Thank you for joining us at the IOWN Global Forum here in Vancouver, Canada. Really appreciate that.
It is my pleasure to be here.
We've been talking a lot about use cases and the future of use cases and making the IOWN concept more real. Can you describe a little bit about how we go about the use case development?
In terms of use cases, we have two tracks. One is, we call it future-looking use cases, which is to realize the vision of 2030. It's a very fancy use cases. To be honest, we don't even know how to implement it yet, but we look for those long-term use cases.
Good ideas long-term.
Yes, but the other track we have is the early adoption use case, we call it, which we are targeting 2025, 2026 timeframe implementation. So it's very near-term use cases, which we know how to implement. We need to really produce something tangible. On the other hand, we have to be very future-looking because we are really trying to build the next generation network.
That's very smart. That way we can prove some things in the current environment, and 2025 is not that far away. But we also have to think about new ideas in the future. So let's talk about some of the early use cases.
Sure. One is the data center connection for the finance industry. Second one is it's for broadcasting industry, the live media production use case.
Right.
The third, it's not a vertical use cases, it's more of the generic platform type use cases, which is the remote GPU to meet the ever increasing demand of this AI in greener, cost-effective manner.
Great.
For the finance, data center interconnect for the finance industry, the idea really is now we have the very low latency, fat pipe optical network. Can you not distribute those data center far apart? So when some location fails, you can ensure that the services continue. I believe this is where we see the opportunity as a business providing those solutions.
That's a big one, and that exists all over the world, that challenge. What about the other two you were mentioning?
For the broadcast industry, we really want to operate this broadcasting production as effectively as possible. I think you can imagine all these video contents. It's 3D, interactive. It's getting more and more complex. And in order to create those production, you need expert to do that. We want to do this remotely without really being in a physical location.
So the skilled people, because there's fewer of them, you can have them concentrated in one place, but you could do broadcasting remotely from that single place.
Exactly.
And that remote broadcasting is for live events and that live entertainment, live music, and those kinds of things. And so by doing that, you save also the cost of transportation and moving equipment?
Exactly, and that goes to sustainability as well, because you don't really have to move around. The problem that we have if we want to make this remote is it's really the cost of the communication. And I think the capability of IOWN provide the cost-effective solution.
That's important. Now, you mentioned a third one, which was very interesting.
Third one, in order to meet this ever-increasing need of this AI, instead of trying to put all those GPUs to on-premises, we are trying to really bring that toward the cloud so that it will be more scalable. And if we can make this as a distributed manner, then each data center can be the green data center. Therefore, it will lead to this sustainability benefit as well.
And we're working with some of the IOWN Global Forum partners to do this use case.
NVIDIA, and of course, NTT is the driver for the network side. So we have a key global player in this aspect.
This is the interesting thing about the IOWN Global Forum is that we already have large global players who are trying to solve some of these problems and using their expertise, like yourself from Sony with the remote production.
This is exactly the benefit of the Global Forum. All the use case that we talk about, all the need that we look into, it is so sophisticated in a way that you can't solve it by yourself. And when you look at the member of the IOWN Global Forum, there's always somebody who's an expert on the subject. And that is the benefit of it.
Well, listen, fantastic news about the early adoption use cases. Good to see the IOWN Global Forum making great progress. And thank you, Katz, for giving us an update on that. Appreciate it.
Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you.